The crisis rocking the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Lagos is growing by the day as more members take to the streets to protest what they say is imposition of candidates at the botched council primaries last month. Today, several of the party's supporters and members again took to the streets in protest. They're asking the leadership to organize fresh primaries.
Ugly and violent. This is how the Lagos APC council election ended at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere area of Lagos State. It was a Children's Day, but no child should be allowed to see this sort of free-for-all. In fact, it went so bad that the chairman of the Electoral Committee, Senator Tokunbo Afekuyomi, escaped the violent scene only by whiskers, but half-clad. Blood boiled on the day, and the conclusion of some of the delegates here was that the primaries was not properly conducted.
This is real imposition.
Several days after, the tension over the conduct of the primaries has still not simmered. On the streets of Lagos, APC supporters, some of their leaders and members are still angry, and the agitation, some boldly written on this placard, are simply clear.
I never see where they don't centralize primary for chairmanship election.
We have been raped, daylight raping of our mandates by our party. We have been denied popular choices, aspirants to emerge.
The demands of the protesters are also clear.
We are peaceful people. We don't want problem. What we are saying, let us have a transparent primaries. And these are the people that brought the so-called leaders that we're having today.
No more imposition. We want our primary. We want free and fair election. We want to count it, and we want to announce the results.
The APC leadership in Lagos is shy from speaking on the allegations of fraudulent conduct of the primaries. The party simply, through its publicity secretary, Mr. Joe Igbokwe, told Channels Television that they are looking into the matter. But with reports of deaths and violence in the aftermath of the Lagos APC council primaries, it does look like the party cannot afford to only look into the matter as they promised, but they need to urgently take steps to douse the tension to avoid further bloodletting. Seun Wakimbaloye reporting for Channels Television News.
On to Abuja now, and here's Mapwe Ogun. Good evening, Mapwe.
Thank you, and hello, Ladi. The Nigerian Army Military Court in Borno State has sentenced a soldier to death for killing a suspected Boko Haram terrorist. Lance Corporal Hilary Joel was said to have killed the suspect during a cordon and search operation by the army in Damboa local government area. He reportedly set the suspect ablaze, leading to his death. Others who faced a court-martial with him were handed different sanctions, including jail terms and demotions.
Offer any violence. Our military doctrine does not teach ill-treatment of civilians, captured terrorists or insurgents. Again, there is no evidence before this court that the deceased Mr. Wawilawa was a member of Boko Haram terrorists or a criminal, but a simple civilian living his life in Damboa. This action by the accused soldier cannot be tolerated by the military in whatsoever form. Who and what caused the death of the victim, Mr. Wawilawa? From all evidences available, it was the grave burn sustained by being set on fire that directly led to the demise, as clearly reflected by the death certificate. Furthermore, from all evidences available, you, Lance Corporal Hilary Joel, set the civilian ablaze. You were not under any authority to do so. You did this wicked act on your own and illegally. Finally, this court hereby finds you, Lance Corporal Hilary Joel, guilty of murder as charged.
Now, the killing of a middle-aged man by a soldier has led to a clash between the army and youth of Television Garage in the Kaduna state capital, Kaduna. An eyewitness told our correspondent that the crisis started when a soldier attached to the command secondary school in Sabon Tasha allegedly shot the middle-aged man dead for packing sand from a gutter in front of the school gate. Now, in other stories, Residents of Okpanam in Asaba Delta State, who've been frequently disturbed by flooding, may soon heave a sigh of relief, as Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has reassured them of his intentions to fix the problem. The governor gave the assurance while inspecting the ongoing dualization of the Section 2 of the Asaba-Okpanam Road, designed specially to guard against flooding. He also inaugurated the 6.5-kilometer Oza-Nogogo Road.
The people of Okpanam welcoming the governor as their hope is renewed on the state of their roads and then on the issue of flooding in the town. Okpanam Road appears to be the most problematic when it comes to flooding. And just a couple of weeks ago, the Mariam Babangida Way experienced what many describe as the worst flooding ever. When the Okowa administration assumed office in 2015, the contract for the total rehabilitation and construction of some parts of Okpanam Road was re-awarded and designed to provide proper water channels directly to the River Niger.
The way it is already planned at the moment is that the Okpanam Road is going to carry a lot of the road. Most of those things are going to, most of the drains are going to flow into Okpanam Road, which is discharged at the Awan River. But the only thing is that that drain can't carry it alone. That's why we are talking about teeing off from the Okpanam Road.
The governor then moves on to the Oza-Nogogo in Ika South local government area. First, he visits the traditional ruler, the Dane of Agbo, and then to inspect the ongoing projects and also commission the newly constructed road in Oza-Nogogo.
We therefore commission this road to the glory of God. We thank Minister of Works for the supervision that was given in the course of construction. And I want to appreciate the council chairman for naming this road appropriately, because I know that Chief Michael Agbamuche, an illustrious son of this town, has played a lot of role in the development of this town and this local government. So this has already been renamed Commissioner for Works. This is now Chief Michael Agbamuche Way.
June and July are usually the months with the highest rains. And now that the governor is intervening in flood-prone communities, they are hopeful that the government's intervention should conclude within this period before the rains get heavier.
And neighboring Anambra State has become one of the first set of states in Nigeria to activate the third pillar of the United Nations Safety Declaration on vehicles with the commissioning of a computerized vehicle diagnostic and testing service facility. The state governor, Mr. Willie Obiano, says the idea is to set up the facility in line with his government's commitment to ensure the protection of lives and property.
Apart from Boko Haram insurgency, road accident is the second highest source of violent deaths in Nigeria. The World Health Organization ranks Nigeria second highest among 193 countries with the highest rate of road accidents. Between April and October 2015, 3 major fatal crashes on the highway in Oka, Onitsha and Umuchu threw Anambra State into mourning. And that of Onitsha was so tragic that it even drew the attention of the federal government, and acting President Yemi Osinbajo visited the state.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
In the light of these incidents, Anambra State Governor Mr. Willie Obiano inaugurated the 1.6 billion naira computerized vehicle diagnostic and testing center in Oka, the state capital.
And protection of life and property is not only to drive away kidnappers, armed robbers, and all those miscreants, which are successfully done, but also to minimize the rate of road accidents in our place. One of the major killers of our people, I have observed, has been road accidents.
The center will ensure that only sound and certified vehicles ply the roads within the state, ensure significant reduction in the rate of accidents, and also boost the state's internally generated revenue.
This project will go a long way
in achieving the congestion and unnecessary delays born out of broken down vehicles, thereby losing unnecessary man hours with adverse implications for economic productivity.
The computerized vehicle diagnostic and inspection service is the first in the southeast and the third in Nigeria after Abuja and Lagos. The center in Awka is a 3-lane station with a combined capacity to inspect a minimum of 180 vehicles a day. With this facility, there are hopes that the rate of accidents will be reduced to the barest if only certified vehicles are allowed on the roads.
A member of the Kaduna State House of Assembly, Isa Salihu, who represents Magajin Garin constituency of the state, has been abducted with 3 other persons along the Kaduna-Birnin-Gwari road. While details of his abduction are still sketchy, our correspondent there gathered that the lawmaker was abducted while traveling to Birnin-Gwari from the Kaduna State capital. Although the State Police Command is yet to confirm the incident, a source from the State House of Assembly says efforts are now being made to rescue the lawmaker from his abductors.